One of the most common questions starting CrossFit is how can I get my first pull-up? This is the answer. Introducing the Sentinel Training Strict Pull-Up Program. Gymnastic movement is a prerequisite to weightlifting in sport. Improving your gymnastic strength will increase your fitness across the board, and we can help you. For a one-time payment, you'll receive a 12-week program consisting of 3 accessory sessions per week designed to develop the upper body pulling strength requisite to performing strict pull-ups. The focus will be on 3 different themes each week: full range of motion contractions, isometric contractions, eccentric contractions. It all works the goal of a strict pull-up firmly at its core. This works. Sign up today. Thank us in 12 weeks, just like Louisa did.
Welcome. Monday is late. Woo! Finally, I'm able to watch a live show. Usually my schedule gets in the way. Prepare to be disappointed. Sharon, I almost already messed it up on the first sentence. All right. I'm trying to find... I was going to use the Instagram from Mayhem Classic to show the workouts, but I actually think barbell spin, as usual, barbell spins work is better. So I'm going to use that. All right. Monday's going to be here in a minute. What should I tell you to do before then? I should tell you to update your GOWOD app if you haven't already, if you're a member. And if you're not, you should sign up for their 14-day free trial. They've updated it. They've changed. There's a whole heap of different stuff in there, like a whole heap of different movements and activations and stuff that haven't been in it before. They've basically revamped it completely. They've kept the best bits of the old app or the old iteration, but they've added new bits as well. And you can also put in your sports. So if you do like other sports, mine just says 0. I think it's because I haven't taken the test in a while. But if you haven't, I don't know why it's not giving me a ranking. I have my mobility. My mobility score is there, but then you can see at the bottom here, it just says 0. But like I'm 72%, it's not that bad. But you can put in if you do like, I don't know, soccer or something, like lacrosse or other sports. No, that's not a sport. You can put it in and it will give you a ranking based on that, and then it gives you special activations. So like if you did put in high rocks, it would get you to do a whole heap of like quarter squats, or it would get you to run, like just loads of running activation, and then little like little bunny squats. Gym, what do you call them? Gym bunny squats. You know, the girls that wear the hats. And put a pointless band. All right, and what else? Sentinel, they launched and then sold out lifetime memberships like crazy. I didn't even get to play the ad that I made. Disappointing, but they have a nutrition thing coming soon. They have more ebooks, like 3 more ebooks, I think. 3 more ebooks, I think. All happen in the next few months. Taylor and Bryson are at Mayhem this weekend, and they launched a vlog of Crescendo. I haven't watched it yet, but I mean, you can just imagine. And what else? Like, Ernie, fuck you. I'm 36. Yeah, I'm only 36. Fuck you. What else have we got? GOWOD, Sentinel, Perform Nutrition. If you're in Ireland or the UK, you need to go to Perform Nutrition and order their protein. You need to, CrossFit, they sold out, so I bought Brute 1-on-1 membership, same. You need to buy their protein pre-workout. What else they got? Like creatine. They basically have everything. Really, really good. This is awkward. I won't have it to you for Saturday, in time for Saturday, so you can't come on Kill Taylor on Saturday because you won't have this hoodie, so you'll have to wait and come on this hoodie, come on a show when you get the hoodie back, so it's going to take a while. What's the status of the cork? Yeah, I was literally just playing with little bits of cork that I broke. trying to fish it out of the bottle. I don't even know where I left the bottle. There it is. Nothing. It's just floating around in the bottom there. You see it? Just for a pointless joke, I ruined a bottle of whiskey. Thick. It still seals it. Like, I mean, I wouldn't try if it fell over, it'd spill out. Jameson sent me a t-shirt and some socks, which I thought was cool. Imagine if they sponsored the money. Like, at the money that they'd have, a drop in the ocean for them would flood this gym. It would flood it to the point that I'd be able to fix the door that's leaking, causing a flood inside the gym. It'd be crazy. Nice hoodie. Yeah. This is I'm going to fuck this up. The Hound's Tooth from Vindicate. You go to vindicate.com. They have Sentinel hoodies soon, Travis. I'm not sure if they're actually out yet, but soon. I heard they're nice. Jameson is the first type of alcohol I ever tried. Wow. That's like going swimming for the first time out in the deep ocean. Trying Jameson. My God. Yeah. I used to drink a bottle of, myself and my friend used to get a bottle of white wine and a bottle of lemonade and pour out the lemonade and then mix the white wine with the lemonade and then just neck it as fast as possible. And then that was the start. And it only went downhill from there. I never drank to have fun. I only drank to have fun. I never drank to enjoy the alcohol I was drinking. I think they call that binge drinking. The first alcohol I tried was absinthe. What? Jeez. I remember someone came back from a skiing holiday once when I was in college, in university, and they had test tubes of absinthe that you were supposed to mix with, I don't know, was it water or something else? And it made like a larger quantity of absinthe rather than just like it wasn't a shot, but it was a shot sized amount. You're supposed to mix it to make more. And I didn't know it. And I drank a test tube and I puked honestly so much. I could not stop getting sick. God, I remember that so vividly. I puked everywhere, like all over the couch, everywhere. I woke up in the middle of the night. One of my friends was asleep on the floor. And I woke up and leaned over the side of the bed and he sat upright and I puked where his head was. I'm sharing too much. This is like a live at lore. What else have we got? Perform, Sentinel, GOWOD. Frog Grips. They're going to be at Mayhem Classic. I think they're partnering with them, aren't they? And they're going to be at Syndicate Crown and they're going to be at Torian. If you're not already, will you go and follow Luke de Jong and Andreas Solberg and Tola Marquinhos? Yeah, that's right. Tequila Rose and Bud Light on a Valentine's Day as a sophomore was my first time drinking. Wow. And when did you change into a guy, Ernie? When did you transition? No longer illegal Frog Grips. Yeah, they're so good that they tried to ban them, but they couldn't because Taylor stepped in. Frog Grips should sponsor Taylor for that. Like it's like it's like passing an envelope to a politician after the bill has already been put through. I don't know what a Zima is. Why do I think the first alcohol drink Sevi drank was Zima? I don't know what Zima is. So I'm afraid that reference is lost to me. Here's Adrian. Hello.
Yeah, 1 second.
All right. Sorry, man. I've only waited 9 minutes and 5 seconds already. I bet he doesn't know we're live. You know, every time Adrian comes on, he has an issue with his headphones. But usually we do it before we go live, but this time we're already live. I was going to remove him and let him sort himself out because it's just humiliating for him sitting there. Adrian somehow is in a drearier locale than Ireland. Adrian's actually in a very scenic place. Are you fixed? Can you hear me? Oh, no. Oh, no. No sound and you can't hear me. You have no voice and you can't hear me. Are you there? Yeah? I heard your voice. I can...
Oh, Lord.
Is it not working?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Yeah.
I can hear me. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I should stop swearing.
but you can't hear me. I blame the executive producer. I don't have even a non-executive producer or a.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, I go out again. Not working.
Okay, bye.
Hello.
It's gas. So we do this kick from studio. I'll kick him out. We do this usually before we. Is usually when Adrian comes on, we're 5 minutes late every time because every time he messes up his connecting his AirPods every single time, and every single time he's baffled by the fact that I don't understand why this isn't working. It's like just come 5 minutes earlier. All right. He doesn't give the no. He's not a technology expert. David Weed, yeah, 1999. Well, I kicked him out, so I can't do more than that. COVID house party vibes. Yeah, it actually was a bit of that, wasn't it? Sitting. God, remember that? He used to fucking. Jeez. The only time I wanted to talk to my family less than in real person was when it was a fucking video call with everyone. This is a proof of life video. Yeah, it seemed like it. That's why you're always able. Yeah, genuinely, every single time we're at least 10 minutes late, 5 to 10 minutes. Because he's trying to connect his AirPods, and then he'll move. When he comes back, he'll probably be in a different room, and he'll have tried to connect, and he'll probably be asking Anne, his girlfriend, fiance, for help, and she won't know what to do, and he won't know what to do. That's not a bad idea. All right, Adrian, we're going live at 7:30 instead of 8. Well, it's 9 his time. The Mayhem tie, yes. Thank you, Prescott. Oh, wow. Prescott? Just Prescott's fine. Mayhem class is going to be good. It is going to be good. And I have the workouts all lined up. Who's competing? There's a lot of people competing that can't go to the games, which is interesting because they're going to have an impact on the leaderboard, obviously, but then they're not going to, like, they can't go. Like, Jack Farlow can't qualify because he didn't do the Open. Guy can't qualify because he didn't do the Open. Who else? Victoria. Is it Victoria Campbell's doing it? Wasn't she in Australia up until like a week ago? Danielle Brandon can't go from Mayhem because she quit Mayhem. Brooke Wells can't go from Mayhem because she quit Mayhem. Yeah, Paige Powers, I don't think, did the Open. Wasn't Vic a big I'm out? Yeah, I don't think she did the Open, but I also don't think that she's there. Maybe I'm wrong, but she was. If she is there, she was in Australia up until like 5 days ago, maximum. Here it is. Here we go. How are you?
Good. You? Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, guys. I got lost in training.
You found your way out. That's all that matters. You haven't been on in a long time, like January.
Yeah, I was missing you.
Crazy. Yeah, same, bro. We were just talking. Something maybe to remember is so there's 2 spots for males and 2 spots for females going from the Mayhem Classic to the CrossFit Games, obviously. And it'll be the same in pretty much every semi-final, but I think especially here, there's a lot of people competing that cannot go to the games because they didn't do the Open. But
yeah, sorry, I didn't know about that. Someone told me about that and like a few days ago. And I was
they're all athletes that would have an impact on the leaderboard. Like, okay, Guy My Heroes, he's probably going to win that. We'll talk about it later on anyway, but he can't go. Isn't that right? He didn't do the Open. Oh, maybe he did do the Open.
Yeah, I honestly
don't think he did. No, he didn't do the Open. And Jack Farlow didn't do the Open, but he's competing. And
I don't think he has an impact.
I don't think Paige Powers did the Open. I mean, she probably won't qualify anyway because she only had a baby like a day ago. Victoria Campos. Oh, Guy didn't finish inside the top 1%. That's what it was. Thank you.
But does that matter? Or no? Yeah, you need to. Yeah, so it actually matters, right? Because you need to be. You need to be in the 1% and do the Open. That's what I heard.
Yeah, he didn't put in a score. He didn't do the last one. So yeah. Right, so he can't qualify. Anyway, look, we'll fucking talk about that when we're doing. I'm going to show you the workouts and we'll go through them. All right. Spain actually has the best layout of the workouts. Surprise, surprise. I try to find them on Instagram and they're all just like freeze frames of reels. And I was like, this is way better. All right, so we know 4. And they said the rest will be announced on the weekend. So that could be 1 to make it 5, or it could be 2 to make it 6. But we don't actually know. Apparently the educated opinion is that there's only going to be 1 more.
Well,
that's what people a lot smarter than me have said. JR, mainly. Said I think there's only going to be 1 more. They've said repeatedly it's not going to be a beatdown. So that like 5 would make sense. Or maybe a 2-scored event. That's the 5th event or whatever. Anyway. All right. We also don't know the full order. Are they not? Is this not chronological? Like event 1 is the first, event 2 is the second. No, maybe it's not. Anyway, these are the 4 events that have been announced so far. All right, so the first one. How do I get this bigger? That's what she said.
Perfect.
All right. First one. 3 rounds. This is the burden run-ish, isn't that what it's called? 3 rounds for time, 800-meter run. I think they've basically said it's there or thereabouts. It's not exactly 800 meters. 20 burpee box get-overs and 40 feed sack squats. So that's the kind. It's basically like a floppy sandbag, like a one of those like cylindrical sandbags, but it's kind of floppy. They've used at the games a lot, and at the Romas that time they use them. So 3 rounds, 800-meter run, 20 burpee box get-overs, and 40 just squats. 100 pounds is like 48 kilos or something. Basically 50 kilos and 35 kilos, roughly. Like more or less. What do you think of that one? I'm assuming the run is outside, do you think? Do you think they run out and run back, or do you think they have air runners set up?
Well, I saw today, I went quick on their Instagram and I saw they showed like the gym, how it's transforming. And I actually saw that they had like covered up like the air runners. What I would hate it. I hope they don't do it. So I don't know, maybe they just were like putting them away or something. But I really hope for the visualizing, but also for the athletes and for the interest of the event, it would be like a outside run. And I think they have the space to go out and in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. So. Where's that workout won or lost then?
I feel like you need to be like, you can run slow, but if you run too fast, you're going to blow up. If you do the burpees too fast, you're going to blow out. So you can't make him too slow. And the squats, probably rep speed still matters there as well, but you're probably not going unbroken, because if you do 30 reps unbroken, you might run like the first 200 meters going to feel like pain in the ass. So I think it's like trying to keep your pace in general just high as possible. Like have a good pace on a run, good pace on the burpees. Like I said, you can lose it on the burpees if you do them really slow, but I don't think you're gonna win it because it's get over. So it's anyway a slower movement already.
Yeah.
And the same on the squat. I think you're not gonna win it on the squat, but you can destroy it. So I think it's a workout you just want to try to go hard, like find a pace where you can hold on all the 3 movements. I don't think there is one thing where it's like, this is where you make the difference. Of course, if you're like, let's take someone like Colton, he probably loses a bit on the run, but then he probably makes up a bit on the squats.
Yeah, and the burpees, very fast at burpees
so,
too.
Yeah, it is also like, if you have like if some of the movement is a weakness or strength, of course you want to play it that way. But in general, I think the one who will win it, I think will just be overall pretty good in all the 3 movements and just push like who has the highest power output for the 3 rounds.
So we've got Crossfire is saying weather permitting, it's going to be outside as long as there isn't lightning. And then we've got Emma Moore saying it's supposed to be raining. And then we've got Vindicate saying 40% chance of storm. So it looks like it's going to be outside. If they do it out, if it's raining and they still go outside, I would fucking
That's
love that
fine.
because
Yeah,
it's
but
going to
that's
be
totally
so
fine.
cool. It'll be so cool to watch that. All right.
And it doesn't affect like the burpees or the squats, right? So it's not
No.
like you do rope
And it would
climbs in the rain.
visually, it would be cool seeing everyone like dripping and like water everywhere and stuff. All right. We've got on the men's side Roman Krennikov, who is of no fixed abode. Jason Hopper, Guy Heros can't qualify for the games. James Sprigg, Sam Cormier can't qualify for the games. I don't think he did the open either.
Yeah, don't worry,
Bobby
he will
and-
not finish in the top 2.
Bobby Benito can. He was a random invite, I thought. Austin Hatfield can. Nick Matthew can. These are all in theory. I don't think there's a lot of these that I'm saying can qualify.
Yeah,
I don't think will qualify. Spencer Panchik can. Jack Farlow cannot. Colton Mertens can. Jorge Fernandez can. Alex Vigneault can, I think. Jack Rosen can. Luke Parker can, but I believe he's going team, unless I'm wrong, but I think he is. Seth Stovall can. Royce Dunn can. Eligible. Aha, there we go. That's better. They are eligible to qualify for the games. Augustine Raquelme is eligible. George Sterner is eligible. Cale Lehman is eligible. So you've got, I mean, James Sprague. Is that a fair shout for that? Maybe Hopper?
Oh, Krennikov. If he's in he used to do good in this.
Such a big if he's in good
What?
shape.
Yeah, like I said, that's the question. But if he are, like, let's go. I always go like assume, because it's not, what's his point to do this competition if he's not in a good shape? Like nothing, right?
He fucking lives
Oh,
there. It's no effort. Get out of bed and go in.
Yeah, but it's still like, I feel like if you're on that level, like you care about your performance. I don't know. Like for me, I never like to show up, like even at like a smaller competition, not knowing that I'm in a shape to win, or like I don't know.
I'll counter
I
that
hated
though.
it.
I'll counter that with he turned up at every competition he's done for the last 9 months. He's turned up not operating at 100%.
What competitions did he do?
The games, Dubai. Didn't he do Dubai?
No, he didn't do Dubai.
He did something recently.
Wodapalooza.
And I remember hearing afterwards, oh yeah, he was injured.
Did he do Wodapalooza?
I think. He definitely did. Someone in the comments will say, but he definitely did. Like he wasn't operating at 100% at semifinals last year, or at the games, or at Rogue. Like I understand going to Rogue not operating at 100%. To be fair, I mean, if you were invited to Rogue and you weren't firing on all cylinders, you'll be like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll go.
Okay, let's take it this way. What's the point for him to do this if it's such a big season ahead, or like a busy season ahead? Let's take it this way. You understand what I mean? Let's take Rogue.
He's probably like, let's qualify. Like let's go do the first event, hopefully qualify, and then not need to think about it again for the rest of the thing. But yeah, I mean, he also did semifinals last year, not operating at 100% because he sort of had to do it. He did the games, definitely not operating at 100%.
Yeah. But the games is different. The games, you just like, I remember in 21 when I was injured, I went injured to the games. I was like, look, I qualified, let's go. Like, maybe there is like a magic and it goes better than I expected or something. But I think the games is maybe a bit different because you prepare so long for it. I don't know, at least that was for me. But yeah, like I said, we are at the beginning of a season. What for most of these athletes is going to be a killer season. So
yeah, he was at Wodapalooza. I remember he did his own. Maybe that was at SoCal, was it? He did his own meet and greet, like outside the tier tent. He wasn't supposed to be there, and he showed up and just did it anyway. And I thought that was cool. Yeah, it was at SoCal because he was supposed to do SoCal, and he withdrew from SoCal. So he was supposed to. Hang on, Sam Cormier finished 19th in the Open, so he could go. I thought did he not put out a video saying he's not going to do he's going to do the Open workouts at an affiliate, but he's not going to sign up because he doesn't want to sign up or something. I don't know. Maybe I misheard his video.
I thought he retired.
He did retire, like
Okay, so that's
twice, I
possible.
thought, but I don't know. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. I don't know. Just Roman didn't look great at the open announcement, and I know, like, oh, he's not peaking for that, but I mean, it's not that long ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
like
open
I said,
announcement was like
I
4
don't
weeks
know.
ago.
I think he didn't look actually that bad for that kind of workout.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm going for Sprague.
Okay,
I think
then I go
Sprague will win it and Hopper will finish second.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
I think Hopper really wants it. Like, really wants to qualify out of Mayhem. I'm sure they all
Medeiros
do.
is competing. I didn't know Medeiros is also not competing.
No.
There's a lot of names missing
Dallin
here.
was and pulled out because he has a shoulder niggle.
Okay.
And he wants to just be careful with it, I think.
Maybe not the smartest thing to do 30 snatches then.
Yeah. But that's going to be at every semi-final, so he's kind of stuck either way, isn't he?
Not in the online one. They do the online.
This screams Hopper missed pace. No, I don't think so. He did that, like, he did that video with Hiller. Have you seen that yet? No?
Nope.
It's unbelievable. So he did a video with Hiller, and he does the workout in the video, and he's like drooling and shit after it. And
I'm
like
not I can't watch him. I don't like wherever I see him in an interview, I have to turn it off. I don't know why.
Hopper,
I cannot watch his stuff.
I think you should watch this and just see if it changes your mind, because I think he's very different in this than in anything I've seen him in before.
Okay. Just because you
I'd be interested. I even just humor me, and I'd be interested to hear your opinion on it. He was like drooling and shit, and blurred out the score, asked Hiller to blur out the time on the clock at the end of the workout. So it's obviously a good time. And he also said something like, oh, that hurt so much, but I know it's going to hurt more because I'll either be just ahead or just behind, and I'll have to push harder than I push there, and it's just going to be worse. So I think he fancies himself for it, and I think Sprague probably fancies himself for it. And there's a lot of people there that don't. Like, Fabian Benito's not going to win that workout. Nick Matthews not going to win that workout. Spencer won't win that workout. Jack Farlow will not win that workout. Colton could shock a few people. He did with the run last year. He held his own, and like nobody expected him to, but I still think it's just
Maleros, he's now a marathon runner, no?
He was a marathon runner at fucking Rogue, and look how that turned out. He got lapped. Fernandez is not a good one for him. Vino, not a good one for him. Roseman might do all right in it, actually, top 4 or 5 maybe. Luke Parker, not great probably. Seth Stovall, I actually don't know a lot about Seth. I'd say he's probably decent at this kind of stuff. Royce, big guy, probably not going to be too well suited. Same with Augustine. George Stern is crazy fit, from what I remember. And I know absolutely nothing about Cale Lehman. Like, I swear, when I read out his name that time, that was the first time I've ever seen that name written down. So no offense to Cale, I'm sure I'll know who you are after this weekend, but no. I don't know anything about you, I'm afraid. Yeah, so I think Hopper or Sprague first and second.
With like listening to just what you said is Hopper and Sprague by quite a big lead.
Yeah. And then, well, it depends. If Roman's like fit and ready to go and everything else, like, yeah, he'll probably be thereabouts, and he'll push them to go a bit harder and stuff. But I just think those two guys have more. They're both taller than Roman, so the box will be easier. But they're both really fit and really have good, like, decent cycle rates. Like, they're taller, but they're not so tall that it's going to slow them down on the burpees more than him. You know what I mean?
Roman is not the best, or has never been the best in burpees, and he has never been a great squatter either. So,
well, you just picked him to win the fucking workout.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I wanted to. I don't know.
You're talking yourself down. All right, so I'm going Sprague or Hopper, and you're going who? Krenikov and?
Maleros? No, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I go. I agree. Well, it's probably a fight between Hopper and Sprague.
All right, female side. I fucking love this, that they just left them there and crossed names out with it. They easily could have just removed them. I think it's
I'm
smaller.
sure Froning is pissed. I just listened to one of their podcasts, and they were like, when they were like, yeah, these people dropped out, and he just made like a funny comment about like, well,
I just think it's so selfish. Like, it's so, like, you definitely knew before this week. Like you knew you weren't doing this before this week.
Why did they two girls drop out? You know?
Well, this is all conjecture because I don't actually know. So just preface that with this.
Man, always.
I don't think either of them would have qualified, and I think they were afraid that they wouldn't qualify, and I think they were afraid that if they showed up, that either they'd look bad or that they'd be wasting an opportunity or wasting their time turning up and not qualifying, whereas they could wait until Alexis Raptis is out of the way, until who else is
But
probably
beside
going to
her,
qualify?
I was going through the other day with the
Fee?
list. I was one.
Alexis Raptis, Fee,
But this
maybe
is
Paige
it.
Semenza. But if those three are out of the way, it's just three more out of the way. And then if they
Yeah, but
can do it, especially Danielle, if Danielle can qualify at home in an affiliate, totally in her control, everything is like her way. There's no outside interference from anybody else, no crowds if she doesn't want them there, no extra people if she doesn't want them there, no interviews, no cameras, no noise, no nothing. Everything is in her control. She can freak out if she wants to. She can just be laser focused if she wants to. That's where she'd thrive. So I think
don't
she
think
wants that
Danielle
rather
is a
than the
great
pressure.
online athlete. That's my like. I feel like if you want to qualify from the online one, you need to be an athlete without any weakness, especially lifting, because with this many people in between, if there's going to be a max lift and you're
Yeah,
not a
fair.
good lifter, you're gone. Like you can win. Let's say there's 6 events, you can win 5 events. If you have one bad one, let's say your lift is an average, you're gone, right?
Yeah.
So that's why, and she's not the best lifter. So that's, for example, where I'm like, if you have hey, want to say hello? Sorry, my dogs. Say
I
hello.
figured it wasn't your girlfriend.
No. Hello.
Is this a new dog? Oh no, you showed me this.
No, they're
God,
just fucking
it's
growing. Yeah, they're
so
getting big,
bigger
man.
than the last time. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yes. You want to say hello too? Hello.
I think Danielle. My opinion is Danielle. Maybe both of them actually aren't ready, and maybe they thought they would be ready, but they fucking definitely knew before this week that they're not ready, so they're waiting. That they weren't like physically prepared. They were still in off season. They weren't just ready to go, and now they're like, oh shit, like we're not good enough. Like now we're not going to qualify. So let's wait until Syndicate or NorCal or whatever other event that's further away, so that we don't have to. More people will be gone. So say they don't qualify this week. They've opted out of this week, and say they don't qualify.
Boys, it's enough. Take him.
Say they don't qualify this week, right? Which they can't,
Yeah.
and they don't qualify next week, but it's not going to destroy them doing the in-person one next week, right? Or the in-affiliate one. Now they're both doing World Fitness Project, but I mean, they can just show up and walk through the fucking events if they want to. So then if then you're looking at week 4 or maybe week 5 of semifinals, which means there's going to be, 11 females in the online plus 2, that's 13 plus 2, that's 15 girls are gone out of your way if you just wait until week 3. Now it's a risk because you're also missing out 2 opportunities or 3 opportunities, but there's still 15 people gone out of your way that you can just go onto a floor. Like there's going to be people that show up at Syndicate where Danielle is probably going to go, or NorCal where she's going to go, that are either qualified. Qualifying events, not semifinals, that are either qualified already and then are of no threat to her, no consequence to her how they do, or are worse than her because the people who have qualified aren't going anymore. They'll pull out. So then you're left with her just being a big fish in a small pond and she can just walk through it. So I think that's why they both opt out. I don't think either of them are injured. I don't think either of them are, I think they're both afraid that they wouldn't qualify. And it, like, irony of irony, someone asked earlier on, is JR still working with Brooke? No, he's not. And it would be so ironic if Brooke goes, she just stopped. They were kind of worked together at up until Wadapalooza, and then I think that was just it. I think Steve is coaching her now at HWPO. So how ironic would it be if she withdraws from the Mayhem Classic, goes to Syndicate Crown, which JR is programming, and falls short?
Yeah, that would be fun.
It would be just like biblical irony if that happens. Anyway, look, we've given them enough airtime. They're not doing it anyway, so whatever.
Oh, but I
Right.
was looking at the girls' side, and I was like, beside Alexis Raptors, well, Emily Rolfe, you should always have her kind of on it. But beside them two, I don't see a girl where I was like, oh my god, she's like,
Yeah.
of course, I'm
assert.
not bad, not say at all, but not like on their level, like my opinion.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that these both dropped out. I'm like, but again, I don't know things.
It's dangerous to assume they get an automatic invite. I'm pretty sure Danielle has an automatic invite. They've already released the names, haven't they, of the people that are going? I think they're both going to Syndicate. From
Okay.
what I heard,
I think
agents
it
were
would
going
just
around saying, "Hey, just so we're clear, there's a spot at that event, right? For the different athletes, like going to the different events, asking for spots and stuff. So I'm sure they're covered. Anyone who drops out is covered of a certain standard." What are you going to say there?
I just think it would be great to qualify this weekend. Then you have peace until for the league stuff. Whoever does, well, most of them do the league stuff, and then you do the league, and then you have all the time until to the next games.
Yeah, I mean, even apart from
So
anything else, you're in games training, and you can just fit the World Fitness Project in whenever you need to. But you're in games training
yeah.
for an extra 3 months or 2.5 months compared to some people.
Yeah, because some people, I'm like, even if you do the online semifinals, yes, you can do it in your home, but that still means the week after you're gonna have the first league thing.
Yeah,
So,
and you watch as well, right? So the World
and the
Fitness
next one is
Project.
money, right? You don't get money qualifying from online semifinals, but here you miss quite. It's a good prize purse. Even like
Yes,
for like third and fourth, you still get like good money paid out. That
yeah,
was, yeah. Maybe they have enough money and they don't need money, but
they wouldn't be doing World Fitness Project then. The World Fitness Project as well, though, that's the same weekend as French. I just watched that leaderboard with interest over the next few days because the challenger, qualifier leaderboard has finished from World Fitness Project, and some people that were doing French Throwdown have qualified for that. So just watch names be removed, I bet, over the next few days where people are like, oh, maybe I could qualify in Malaga and I just won't do French and I'll go to Indianapolis instead. Yeah, that's one. And we'll talk about French when it comes up, but that leaderboard at French is so weak. Like the
oh
field.
yeah, I think French Throwdown this year they're gonna take a huge loss, like in quality of competition, but also in spectators, and because it's not gonna be exciting this year. Like
The only thing
like you
is,
just said, the field isn't great.
the only thing that might make it exciting, it might be a good, like, I don't know, proving ground for someone who hasn't made it yet. Like someone like Lucy McGonigal or someone like that will have a great chance. You know what I mean? Like that, it
Yeah,
could be
but
some fresh
it's
blood.
totally fine. It might be fun to watch in a way, like yes, on like
Yeah.
who can make it from there. But I don't know, as a fan, you still want to watch the best people, right? Or
Mm.
at least like some of the best. So yeah,
The French are weak. Yeah. I mean, well, Adrian's girlfriend is French and she's pretty strong. Isn't she French?
yeah.
Yeah. But it's also like the French Throwdown is not just French people doing the French Throwdown. Like there's other people that are there too. All right. Who's winning this for the women then? Emily Rolfe? Is that a good shout?
Yeah.
Abigail Domit, maybe? I don't know what she like at running. She's tall.
I don't know her enough.
Lindsay Lane would do well at this, I'd say.
What shape is Andrea Nisler in? She got a baby too, right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
while ago, but she did put up like on her story, she was like, will I go and embarrass myself one more time
Oh,
or
okay,
something like that? So
okay.
I don't think she's going to win it or anything, but I'm sure she's like
Okay.
fine. Like she's decently fit. I would go Emily Rolfe to win it and maybe Lindsay Lane. They're my two picks.
Sounds good.
That's it. Are you just going with them as well?
Yeah.
You're not?
Totally agree.
Cool. Okay. That was easy. All right. Heat 1 are doing a game this again, so if anyone wants to do Heat 1, you can do it. Right. Per time. Heavy Isabel. £225.
You should do it every time we talk about the names. You should actually do it. and then we can split the loss or the win.
It's actually a good. It's actually a good shout.
If
Maybe
we
I
ever
might need to.
win, if we win it, it goes about money, right? You can win money. Oh no.
No,
Oh, then it's boring. Yeah, then I don't care.
no, it's great.
Like,
Shut up.
no, it's like going to the casino and you cannot win money. It's like the only kick you get is because there's money involved.
Oh, I need to update it. Fuck, I'll do it later on. Tyler, get your shit in order. All right. Someone's saying Haley Adams. Where the fuck is Haley? Oh, there she is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Haley Adams is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think she's ready for this. That's it. That's all I got. All right.
Well, if she's fit, then I want to see. Then something what she did is very good because she looked in a horrible shape in the open. So then it's
So she did
like,
something insane over the last 3 weeks, basically.
yes, then whatever she did, it worked very well.
Have you ever done heavy Isabel?
Not at 100. We did once, actually with Eric in a weightlifting 101 camp at 80. And my time was like 250 at 80 kilos or 85 kilos.
Jeez. Would you do it at 100 now? No.
Oh,
Like tomorrow?
no, I'm not there yet. But well, it will be a great workout for me. Like snatch was by far my strongest lift, whatever heavy or cycling, especially also have a good power snatch. So
What did you say there? 2 minutes what?
250.
250. So what would you do at like 4 or something then for 225?
So hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't
tricky,
want to
isn't
say a
it?
number. I don't want to make anyone feel bad or saying something what I haven't done. If I'm ever there, I will do it and I will let you guys know.
Right, on the guys then, who's finishing second behind Guy?
Well, Austin is strong as fuck, no?
Yeah.
He has a smaller range than like Jason Hopper.
Colton too, though. Remember Colton? What was that West Coast
Oh, he's
Classic?
a horrible snatcher.
Yeah, but he's fucking gnarly. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah. Well, maybe he's better. Like he's not great in heavy. I have never seen him in like barbell cycling in like a moderate heavyweight. But
I think he's the type of guy that
surprising.
if it's him and Austin, I think he just grabs the bar faster. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end, let's say if it would be 80 kilos, I agree. At 100 kilos, it's not
Yeah.
just about who grabs the, like, there's about you need to be strong to grab the bar faster, right? It's not just like who wants it more. So
you're going
I don't know.
Guy and Austin.
Yeah, and then Hopper.
And then Hopper. Okay, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go Guy and then Austin and then Colton is my third pick. Yeah, I think that's fair. Someone asked, "What about Jack Farlow?" I mean, he didn't finish inside the.
He's not.
cut
He's
for-
strong, but he's not great in barbell cycling. Or he has never done well in a barbell cycling event, at least what I have watched.
He also didn't finish. He took the season off CrossFit, like the CrossFit Games season, to focus on the World Fitness Project, and then finished outside the cut line for the.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's like that has to be really fucking irritating.
But then now
for him.
he's still competing here, so he still didn't took. So it's a
Yeah.
bit, yeah.
Dang, that Talking Fitness Patreon member only show is terrible, and yet you were there for 44 minutes. Right, women then. Alexis Raptis, Emily Rolfe. Where are we looking for the ladies?
Well, Manon is strong.
Yeah,
Girl.
she is strong. Chevy and Lister, Fee, Nina. Some people are going to struggle with this. Do you think?
Yeah.
Is there a cap on it?
Yeah.
No, there's no cap.
Interesting. Oh, for sure there's a cap. What
Well,
was Froning's time when he did it? Was it 4 something, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think his time would still be very competitive. He was so good in like barbell cycling stuff.
Oh yeah, Hannah Black. That's a great shout.
Oh yeah,
Hannah
she's
Black is
strong as well.
strong. She's strong as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's going to Torian as well. You know, she's like
Yeah,
getting around.
she did the craziest. So the Torian had 3 weeks of the Open as a qualifier. In the last week, they did their own workout, and there was a heavy clean and jerk after like a grueling workout. She did 115 kilos or 118, like very fucking strong.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a strong girl.
There's no mention of a cap on Instagram or on the Spins website.
Okay.
4:33 was Rich's time.
I don't think like Haley will finish it, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking. If there is a cap, some people are going to be struggling.
It will be a long event.
Yeah, imagine like no cap, you just have to finish. Like, yeah, I don't think Haley finishes that. I think, don't know a lot about Kieran Miller. Yeah, I think Manon wins it, and then Alexis second probably. Maybe Paige Simmons actually.
Yeah.
No shit, Hannah Black. Hannah Black's going to win it. Manon Angonese. Manon
Second.
Mayonnaise. She's going to finish second.
Let's
And
go
then
Europe.
Paige Simmons after that, I think. Yeah, I can't see anything other than that, really. Can you?
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Event 3. 27, 21, 15, 9 dumbbell thrusters. Shout out to the barbell spin for the best layout for this because I was looking for it for fucking ages. Will not be top 5 like in the snatch event. I'm not expecting her to be top 5 in the competition, but in that snatch event, she'll do well. No? I think she'll finish second or third. Adrian, hello. Any input?
Sorry, I was looking at I was standing at Froning.
Yeah, he's such a handsome fuck, isn't he? It's so annoying.
Yeah, but he got small now. He looks a bit skinny, man. Do some more curls.
Wow, I love that. 27, 21, 15, 9 dumbbell thrusters, and then 5, 4, 3, 2 legless rope climbs, or 4, 3, 2, 1 for women.
It's actually not his arms; it's his shoulder who looks a bit small.
I think it's just the angle. It's the way he's sitting. It's the angle.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, you've just insane shoulders, so I guess everybody probably looks like that. You're like, oh, look at
no. He always looked. I always liked his physique. I was actually okay. Just a quick.
You know the thumbnail. You know the thumbnail that I made of you licking the ice cream. Originally, you were licking Froning's peck, but I was like, I can't even let that. I have to change it. What were you gonna say?
No, I was yesterday. I was every Thursday I go for a bike ride. And when I'm on bike ride, I can really like my mind goes everywhere. It's like it's boring.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's a boring thing to do, so you get distracted.
Yeah, totally. But I can very good focus on like a lot of things. So that's why I really enjoy the bike ride as well. Anyway, yesterday I was thinking I think Hiller posted a picture of the open announcement where it was Stalin, Sprague, and Hopper. And then someone posted this and they were comparing it with the picture from the pool event from the 215 games with Froning, Khalipa, and Bailey or Matt Chan, one of the two.
Matt Chan, yeah.
It's so interesting. Oh, it's interesting how the physique changed a bit. And like now, what I was wondering, is it because honestly, like I always liked, of course, like I always was about performance, even when I got into CrossFit back then, but I also liked the physique. I always like to fucking look good as well. And I like to look at people who fucking looked, like I said, this is why I always liked Froning. His physique was fucking amazing. So I was wondering, is this now what's the difference? Why the top or one of the top 3 guys at the moment don't look as big or as muscular? Is it because the sport changed, and is it more like endurance based than back then?
Yeah, I think they probably realized that you're better off. Like Fraser probably changed the game. That you're better off.
Fraser was massive too.
Yeah, but he was also like fluffy sometimes. You know, like he wasn't like chiseled out.
Cooper and Sprague and Dallin, they're not floppy. They're just not as big. Like if you look at the arms, the shoulders,
Yeah.
the chest, that's what I was more meaning. They're like, I feel they're as ripped as the guys back then, but they're just not as massive as. Like I said, if you look at the physique, I'm like, they looked much better in 213 than now.
So you mean like the 2013 guys, their shoulders were like larger as
Just the
well.
whole, yeah,
They're
just more
just
massive,
as
more
ripped, but they
mass.
just had more muscle mass. Like, yeah.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I will.
And if you
Yes.
would show me the two pictures and it's like which would you like to be or what would you choose, I would definitely go for the three guys without knowing anyone in CrossFit. If you would just show me the two pictures and say what do you like more, what physique looks better, I would definitely go for the 213 guys.
Have you seen the thumbnail for? Hang on. What's the easiest way to do this? Look at that. Like, hang on. There. I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
big.
that's a good lightning shot with it's okay. Like I'm not saying they're skinny, not at all. Still think they're big, but maybe you can bring up the picture from 213. I mean, and these like they just
Yeah.
look all like they look. Like I said again, I'm not saying they look skinny or not fit or whatever, but I'm meaning more. I think because the sport changed in a way that it got more endurance based.
Okay, I got that. And then you said Hitter posted it. You think?
No, I'm
Was
not
it
sure
on a
Hiller. I just
post?
saw it. I saw it on my Instagram. I have no idea who posted it actually, but I remember someone had on top had the three guys and on the bottom, and you could see it. And like I said, I'm not judging or saying anything. It was interesting to see because I was like, oh yes, man, look at fucking this.
Jesus, put
This
it
is
back in your
like
pants, Adrian, will you?
yes. I'm sorry, but this is fucking cool. I like that.
Um,
Maybe it's because it's black and white, and that's why.
yeah, I was actually just thinking that maybe it's because black and white. I can't find the other. I'm pretty sure it was Hitter that posted that. You know, it's usually Hitter, isn't it? If something's been posted, Hitter. Past 2012, volume training went through the roof going into the 2013 season. Rich looks insane.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
That like crazy.
Well, it could be that the size matter. Of course, like Froning is like 175 or something, and Dallin and they're all like taller guys. So maybe they cannot be as big, or otherwise they would just be way too heavy. That could also be a reason for that. Like I said, I was just thinking, it came into my mind, and but I also believe the sport got much more around endurance.
Yeah, I can't find the other picture, but we'll.
Yeah, it's fine.
Make your point. All right. Chris is trying to get us back on track. When does the classic start? Tomorrow at 2 p.m. 2:40 Central, which is like 7:40 GMT and 8:40 in wherever Adrian is, Majorca. All right.
We don't have times here. We just live by the sun.
The sun will be there. So 27, 21, 15-9 dumbbell thrusters, 5-4-3-2 legless rope climbs. Yeah, that's fucking gnarly. There's a lot of squats in day one.
Well, they're doing the squats the league stuff didn't do, right?
Yeah. And the age groups. 40 times 3 is 120. You're going to squat, like, surely most people anyway are going to squat those 30 reps in Isabel. And then 27, 21, 15, 9 of thrusters as well. That's a lot of squats.
Oh, wow. That's day one.
Well, we think.
Okay.
Yeah, CrossFit said that on the Rich Froning podcast yesterday. They kind of alluded to, they said something confusing that maybe it's not all the same day, or maybe that there's something different than, I don't know.
Because also it's a very short time between events, right? Because they just do the afternoon, right? Did I got that right, or am I wrong?
Yeah, it's from 2 p.m. till 7 p.m. or something, or 2:40 to 7:40.
So in like 5 hours, they have 3 events, and you squat everywhere.
Yep.
Wow.
This is mayhem, baby. All right, women.
Now I was surprised that Froning's knees are hurting.
Yeah, well, he's not doing it. That's why.
Yeah, but that's probably why how he
He might
trained.
do the Masters now because there's no squats. Right. So the women do 4-3-2-1 rope climbs instead of 5-4-3-2. So, like, I can't see past Alexis Raptis in that.
Yeah, I agree.
There could be a couple of sleepers. Like Shelby Neal could be a sleeper in that. I think Nina Vragovic is going to be a sleeper for the weekend, but I don't think she'll do particularly well in this one because she put up a video the other day of her doing rope climbs and she was shaking her arms a lot. But I think she's like a dark horse to qualify from this, I think. But maybe I just like her, I don't know. Yeah, Alexis or Fee, maybe Shelby Neal. I don't know. I can't remember Shelby Neal doing rope climbs. I can't remember being particularly good. So I'll go Fee. I'll go Alexis and Fee.
Sounds good.
You need to pick someone else.
Yeah, but there is not much more to pick. I'm not going to pick something I don't know. Also, a lot of names. Like I said, the last 5 names, I have no idea what they're good in and what they're not. So
yeah, Lindsay Lane is good. She's good. Nina Vragovic is quite good. Like maybe not as good as Lindsay, but she's quite good. I don't know, Anna. Like, do you know much about Claudia Luck?
yeah, no, not much. That she's, I don't know. No, not enough. And like,
We need senior analyst on to talk with the European people.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm going Alexis Raptis.
Well, I
Fee
know that she's
Saliapi.
great in gymnastic stuff. She's
Well,
not
then she'd
the
probably do all
strongest
right in this,
ever.
wouldn't she?
Yeah, probably.
And I think she did well. I remember. Yeah, I think I remember doing well last year. Where was that? France. Yeah, here she did well at legless Europe. Yeah, I thought so. And she well at thrusters at the games.
Then she's my pick. I go for Europe.
Fuck's sake. Claudia, is that your girlfriend?
Actually, yes.
She's offering more. She's offering more of an opinion than you are.
Yeah, it's because it's her friend. It's because it's her friend.
Oh, okay.
Like it's very biased here.
Yeah, look, she even called her Claudie.
Yeah, exactly. This is like
a friend's name. All right. Gay guy. I didn't say gay guys. Guys. There's loads of gay guys here, I'm sure. What guys are going to do well at this? Like Guy is really good at legless rope climbs, but he's not going to do well with the thrusters. Like the endurance just won't be there. So we'll just rule him out.
Yeah,
he can go run a lap.
I think Jason.
Yeah. I honestly think it's just going to be a fight between Jason and Sprague, Austin and Colton for the whole weekend. And depending if Krenikov is really fit, then yeah, he's in there too.
Colton is definitely not great in legless rope climbs. What I have
no,
seen.
I'm not saying that. I think across the weekend, I think the 4 of them are going to be like up
you
down.
You think they're going to be the top 4?
Yeah, I think they're going to be swapping places all weekend, basically, like across the weekend multiple times. I don't think Colton's going to do particularly well in this. I think he'll do enough. I don't think it's going to be damage control for him, which I think a lot of people would expect it to be. I think he'll do fine. But I don't think he'll win it. Yes. Probably Hopper. Oh, shit. It's only a 14-foot rope. Interesting. Because no one's going to have faster thrusters than Colton.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to just blitz through the thrusters. Fuck, I'm going Colton. Fuck it. I'm staking my absolute 0 reputation. I think Colton's going to win it and Jason will finish second. But I think Colton will just absolutely blitz the thrusters and then the rope won't hold him back enough at all. You're reading comments from your girlfriend and you're distracted.
Yeah.
So Anna thinks that Claudie is going to qualify for the games through this comp. You are high. Go in there and take that crack pipe offer. All right. I'm going Colton.
Can you ban
and then
people? Can you take people out of the live stream?
I'm going to go Colton and then Hopper. No, I'm not saying because it's. I just assumed it was a long rope. I assumed it was. What's the other one? 20 foot, isn't
15
it?
feet. So 1 foot
No, isn't there a
longer.
long one? Does it not have a longer one than 15 feet?
No, as a regular, everything is 15. The games,
Yeah, but
the Zeus rig, I think, is closer to like 18, 20.
Yeah, I think
Depends
that's
how
the
big
kind
the
of one
mat
I
is.
assumed it was the 20
But
foot rope or whatever.
then also 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 would be a lot of legless rope climbs. Then the thrusters, like on the Zeus rig, the thrusters would not matter that much, like barely matter,
Yeah.
because it is like I'm agreeing, like 14 or 15 feet is not a big difference, but 15 to 18 or 15 to 20,
Yeah.
it is a difference. That makes a
So
big
do you think
difference.
this is one on cycle speed on the thrusters and then like minimal rest on the rope? Who can go fast on the thrusters and not be affected, like not be standing looking up at the rope, basically?
I think you don't even have to go that far. Like you just have to, like, who can uh, like, first of all, I'll go unbroken, because I think the 27 5 rope climbs 21, it's aggressive. Like, so I think it's cycling speed is one thing, but also like who just can like hold a good speed without getting too much fatigued.
Yeah. I mean, Chase is saying that Roman won legless last year, but I just don't know. If he does well in the first couple of events, then yeah, I'll probably be like, yeah, Roman's probably going to win this. But I just don't know. I'm not willing to say Roman's going to win any event because I just don't know what Roman Krenikov is going to show up. So I can't pick him for anything because I've just been let down by him so many times where I'm like, oh, he's definitely going to do well at this. And then it's like, the fuck is
Also,
wrong with him?
not with thrusters. I'm not that much thrusters. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm going Colton and then Hopper.
Well done.
Who are you going for?
Same. No, I go for
off.
Hopper. Okay, I go for Hopper, like I said in the beginning.
And who's second then?
Well, someone from the rest of the field.
Oh, amazing. Pick. Go for like someone. Go for someone that you don't even know anything about. Go for like George Sterner.
Seth Strovel. He has a good physique.
Yeah. This is like Hiller making his picks based off who has more Instagram followers. You're just like, oh, his pecs are amazing. He's all right. This is the last one that we know. Event 4. 3 rounds for time. 50 GHD sit-ups. Shocking. Mayhem Classic programming GHD sit-ups. 50 GHD sit-ups, 100-foot handstand walk, 100-foot dumbbell overhead walking lunge, 100 pounds, 70 pounds. That's 50 kilos and 35 kilos. 3 rounds. So it's 150 sit-ups and 300 meters of the other stuff. That's like gnarly.
Actually, surprising for Mayhem, it's only 150 GHGs in total.
Yeah, it's not like 500 or something. Yeah. Adrian is a crazy analyst. Yeah, he's making picks based on pecs. And then if I make a pick, he just goes, yeah, cool.
You know, but it's like the same. It's honestly, the leaderboard is not exciting to make like different picks, really, like, because it's pretty clear. It looks very like, yes.
But small
like,
things, because it's going to be so tight at the top, do you not think small little things will make a huge difference? Like if a first place versus a second place in one event could decide who goes to games.
No,
because
I
there's
think
not going to be
who's
huge
gonna
separation.
I think who's gonna have the worst event.
Okay, so who has the
biggest
damage done through a different event, basically?
What's the point? You know the point system? Because if it's 20 people, you can make, if it's just like rogue, you make 100, 95, 90, 85 all the way down like this. It matters a bit on the point system, but usually if I see this, like, again, it's the same at the games. Who's winning now? It's mostly the guy who has like the best average finish and the best lowest finish as well. So that's why I believe like Hopper probably will win the competition, because I think he's overall all these events he's the best. He hasn't. There's not one event for him where I'm like, ooh, he might struggle.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
Colton, like I said, maybe the first one, Colton, the snatch, I don't know. So maybe that could be a little bit. So yeah, this
I
is
think
why I always look
because
at
it's
it.
like, what is it, like 20 guys, isn't it? 2, 4,
Yeah,
6,
should be.
8, 10. Yeah. So like there's 20 guys. There's some guys that will like, they won't be just making up the numbers, but they'll just be making up the numbers. So they're not going to like win an event or come top 2 or 3 in any event. So there's going to be guys that don't really have much of an impact. So then, yeah, there is someone out of Hopper, Sprague, Austin, Colton, and Roman who, if they finish in outside of 5th in any event, are probably fucked.
That's what I could see.
Yeah. All right. Did we do the girls? No, we didn't. No, we didn't do anyone yet. Sorry. Who's I haven't showed this yet. Sorry. Right. GHDs, handstand walking and overhead lunge.
Well, just look quick at the workout. So I think the difference here is like you can definitely make a difference on cycling speed on the GHDs. Like 150 GHDs is a lot. So cycling speed definitely matters there. 100 feet handstand walk is 30 meters. Like again, there is the questions. Okay, I would love to see like 30 meters unbroken. You know what I mean? Like then you see more time for errors. If it's like 3 times 10 meters, it's hard. Of course, like if you're Daniel Brennan, well, she's not there, but of course you can make it as again with speed. But most guys now have like a similar walking speed, I assume. And you get with 50 GHDs, you even after the dumbbell overhead walking lunge, you give some rest to the shoulder. So I think the handstand walk feels fine. I feel the dumbbell overhead walking, of course, you feel your shoulders a bit. But then again, 50 GHDs is close to like 90 seconds to 2 minutes of work. That's a nice rest for your shoulders, or like at least you have not anything under tension. So again, I think.
Do you think it would be unbroken or no?
No, I don't think so because they don't have the space for 30 meters. I might be even 2 times 15 or 3 times 10. Probably 2 times 15, and the 15 have to be unbroken. I don't think it's with a turn because then that would be hard with 30 meters. That would be a bit too much maybe if you would have to go 15, turn on your hands 180 degrees and walk back. But again, I like if you use normal handstand walk, what I'm a big fan of, it doesn't have to be always a ramp or something. I really enjoy if you make it like unbroken sections. That's what we had at the games in 19, I think the second event where we had, I think it was 1,000 meter, it was 4 time 1,000 meter road and 50 kettlebell shoulder to overhead. And then it was like a 30 meter or something, even 40 meter handstand walk. And the sections were quite big. And people started to fail and had to go back. And it was very funny, or for me on the floor, it was fun. Because it was so much it was so much risk. So every time you jumped on your hands, it was like, don't fucking drop, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail, don't fail. So to make the event more interesting, again, I know I talk every time about that, but I still think we need to make the sport a bit more exciting. So if you want to make this event a bit more exciting, then play around with the handstand walk.
Christian, earlier on, I said small little things will make a difference. And Christian said, does your wife tell you that? Small little things make a huge difference, baby. No, she never calls me baby. Everything else she has said to me, but she never calls me baby. All right. Girls.
Well, even if Haley is not fit, she's amazing in GHD sit-ups and she's good on her hands, right? And I don't think
Alexis is good in her hands too, isn't she? And we just heard from Anne that Claudia's going to the game, so she kind of has to win this workout. Oh, there she is. I pick Alexis, insane on her hands, and then Claudia again on this one. Claudia is very great in her hands and everything overhead. She moves pretty fast as well in the GHD. There you go. I mean, I'm not being funny, but you've picked her to qualify for the games. She kind of has to win this one and has to win the legless rope climb one to have any chance.
It's like I remember when we did the Vodapalooza talk over, and you were like, Brookwell's gonna win a podium. And then
we all get one.
But then you never choose her to win any of the events, and then at some point you're starting to choose her to win events just because you said that she will podium, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
similar.
And I was like wrong about absolutely everything I said. All right. That's why I'm only an intern analyst. Right. Alexis or Haley or Claudia?
Yeah.
I'd say Nina Vragovic will do well on this one, actually. She's pretty good in her hands and she's trains at Mayhem all the time. So I'm guessing she's good at GHDs. 1, Alexis. 2, Fee. There. Now you guys don't even have to watch the rest of this. You misspelled even.
Hey, Dalin, do you feel like I would love to hear your opinion about them calling you like not as big as the people in 213?
Yeah. If you just got on, Dallin, Adrian
Don't
was
go
just
back.
saying how disappointing it is that you, Jason, and Sprague look like weeds compared to Froning, Chan, and
Kaliba.
Kalipa. So you can go back and watch that, Dallin. If you don't even have to watch that. God, learn how to spell. God. All right. Do you agree with that then? And will you just pick someone else just to be a contrarian? I'm going Alexis
Well,
Raptis and Nina Vragovic.
I go Haley.
And who? Claudia?
And Claudia. Kind of have to.
All right, for the guys then, let me think. Who's good in their hands? There's
I don't
nobody
think
really
it's
obvious,
too much
is
on
there?
that. No, not.
I mean, GHDs
Well,
aren't going to make a huge difference.
like I said, everyone can walk. You can even walk. Like I said, I don't think it's too much on your hand speed because you're definitely longer on a GHD. So this GHD cycle rate, in my opinion, is more important.
Dallin has made 2 spelling errors in that second. I mean, the event was on purpose, but I don't think he said me on purpose. So now the next one he's going to have to make 3 mistakes. I guess Dallin really is just a pretty face. He's got a good body. Is the event
Never said
live
it.
now? No, it's tomorrow. It starts tomorrow at like pretty much about 2 hours ago tomorrow. It'll be on. Yeah, there's nobody is jumping out at me as an obvious pick for the guys. Am I missing someone? Austin Haffey would be pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nobody like I'm not like, oh shit, obviously him. Like there's nobody like that. So I'll go Austin and what is it again? Overhead walk and lunge.
It is heavy. 100 pounds. It's like what we said, 48 kilos.
Like that's the thing. If you're not great, yeah, it's only 10 meter like lengths. But if you're not great at handstand walking and then you're doing all those lunges, the last round is going to potentially be
Oh
gnarly.
yeah, you're definitely gonna feel it. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was not my point. Especially like I said, from handstand walk into the lunges, you're gonna feel your shoulders. But then from lunges into handstand walk, you have the GHD, what takes you around 90 seconds to 2 minutes. What is a nice rest for your shoulders.
Yeah, I'll go Austin and Hopper.
I think it's the first time you don't say Colton.
Yeah, I just think Austin's faster at this.
Yeah. I'm sorry for agreeing, but I agree.
Fuck's sake. Does Dallin autograph in crayon? You also made a spelling mistake. There's no S in autograph. Does he autograph in crayon? No, but he reverses his D a lot. All right, Colton. No, I just don't think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just saying it to fuel Colton if he gives a shit what I think. But no, I think Austin's going to win it, and then I think Jason's going to finish second. Wash with markers. Yeah, he can fix the little mistake he makes. All right. That's our 4 events. So let's look then. Right, girls. Who's qualifying from the girls? Let's assume Daniel Brannon and Brooke Wells aren't. Who's going to qualify from the rest? Do you think?
Well, I think Alexis will win it.
Okay.
And yeah, the
Claudia?
second place is open. Well, I kind of have to say it now.
Yeah, it would be so funny if you refused to say it and then she won or came second.
I don't believe, because
Alexis.
I believe she will get a big hit on the snatch.
It's the same. See, Emily Rolfe, great, but then snatch is just like you're not going to recover. Like maybe Paige Semenza, Hayley Adams, I don't think she's there yet. Manon, I think she's going to be hit too hard by a couple of workouts. Christine, she had like a sore back for a long time, didn't she? I don't even know really what
She had
sort
even
of shape she's
surgery, I
in.
think.
Yeah. Claudia apparently is like the next Tia Toomey. Abigail Domit, I don't know. I don't think they suit her that well. She didn't look too hot at What a Blues either. Paige Powers like had a baby 12 hours ago. Caroline Stanley actually maybe. She didn't look great the last couple of times I saw her, but maybe. Shelby Neal could be a sleeper. Andrea Nister, no. Fisa Gaffi, I think, would probably finish second, actually. Nina Vragovic, maybe top 4.
Well, Fee did
Victoria,
really well in all the online stuff now, so you
yeah,
have to
really
give her
well.
that credit. So she seems to be in a good shape.
Yeah, Nina
Oh.
Vragovic, maybe top 4, top 5. Victoria Campos, doesn't matter. Lindsay Lane, maybe top 4, top 5. And I don't know enough about Kira Miller, and I don't think Hannah Black has enough in her to challenge on the... I think she'll win the snatch, but I don't think she has enough in her to challenge on the other ones.
Yep. So I say actually Emily Rolfe. I never put her any credit of my side, and she always kind of surprised me.
Who?
Emily Rolfe.
You're a fucking idiot. Like she's not gonna do well. She's not gonna finish top 10 in the snatch.
Yeah, but that's what I always was thinking. Then she surprised me.
Well, she's gonna
Okay, but
surprise you
like I
this
said,
time.
okay, let's say I'm between Emily Rolfe and Claudia.
Okay.
I
Sorry.
put in Manon.
To
But I don't know
qualify.
that either. Like I said, the first place is for me pretty similar, like Alexis. Otherwise, I'd be very surprised. And then, well, okay, no, I take Fee because she has done very well in the online stuff, even if I don't believe in online stuff or whoever does well there.
But she's
So
obviously currently very fit, is what you're
she
saying.
looks, yeah, she seems fit. So let's
I
take
thought Dallin
Fee
was
there.
saying for the rope climb or for the handstand walk workout, he's picking Alexis and Fee. He just meant overall picking Alexis and Fee. Raptors and Adams. Hayley Adams is not qualifying out of Mayhem Classic. I hate to break it to you.
Oh.
Now I'm confused here about this. So Dallin says Alexis and Fee, and then Caleb says because they smell better. Oh, the markers. Now I'm with you. Paige will lurk into that 2 spot. Yeah, Paige Semenza has a decent shout, I think. All right. I don't know, man. Depends that last
Well, we're
workout
still
is
missing
too.
one event, right?
Yeah,
At least
depends
one.
that last workout is. I mean, if that's something specialized. All the workouts so far, though, have been like either classic
But we haven't
Mayhem
seen
or classic
anything
CrossFit.
heavy, right? Like there's nothing really heavy beside the snatches.
Yeah, I think we did a show the other day, and I think everyone basically said deadlifts.
Well,
like,
when I went over, when they posted the picture with all the
Yeah.
events Froning would like to do, man, there were some events that was like, holy moly, if you're gonna do this. Like one was like 10-1 at like deadlift, bench, and squat, but like ridiculous fucking weight.
That's what Spin thinks it's going to be.
The 10-1.
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, it's a top right, I think, somewhere.
Yeah. Hang on, I can't zoom in. There.
Oh, just deadlift and bench, not squat. So you do like
Yeah.
a 55 reps at 180 kilos, and that 100 bench, what for a lot of guys is fucking heavy. Yeah, that one was like. But then there's another one, I think, where it's bench, deadlift, and squat.
I think that one as well, the Echo bar muscle up. I think people think maybe that one too.
Well, that would be a great final to watch.
The only thing I don't like is that it finishes on the bike.
Oh, I think that's amazing.
I'd rather have finished on the muscle ups.
Yeah, for me as an athlete, yes, but as a spectator, I want to finish on the bike. But that would be a great final. But then if you look at the last day, it's not a very hard day. It's like the 3 rounds, 50 GHT, handstand walk, and dumbbell lunges. And if you would use this as a final, what would be a great final would be like 30, 30, 30. Would be like, compared to the first day, the second day would be like peanuts. So I think at least I would love to see 2 more events. So you have at least 6. But I think for a semi-final or for a qualifying event, you should have 6 events. There needs to be like yeah, my opinion. So I would like to see the 30, 30, 30. I would like to see as a final. And before I would like to see something, pulling, because we haven't really pulled anything from the floor either, like a set, like bent back
Well, the
cleans,
snatch, I guess.
deadlift.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
who do you think will podium overall, and do they think would be the people eligible for the game spots, or will people that finish fourth or lower? I don't think anybody that is ineligible will make a podium. I think the male podium will be Jason, Sprague, and Colton, or maybe
interesting.
Jason, Austin, and Colton. And I think the female podium would be Alexis, Fee, and Lindsay. And they can all go. Who are you picking for the men's podium?
I put Hopper, Austin, Sprague.
Okay, and then
I don't know how bad. Will I assume for Sprague the worst event is the snatches, right?
Yeah,
I think the worst event for Austin is the first one, the run, because he didn't do great in the run at Vodapalooza.
And they'd be the best for the other person.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah.
Who will? So yeah, that's going to be a split there. But I think I don't. Yeah, and Colton will end fourth.
I'm pandering to JR and Dallin. Like, yeah, I'm not an analyst. Okay. We've done the men. What did you say for the girls then? Alexis, Claudia, and Fee?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going Alexis, Claudia, and Fee, and I'm going Alexis, Fee, and Lindsay Lane. And I don't foresee. Let me just quickly check this leaderboard again before I finish that sentence. No, not on the women's side. Who can't go on the men's side? Guy, Jack. I don't see anybody finishing inside the top 5 that can't go to the games.
Great.
I think that's a safe thing to say. Like, you have Roman, Hopper, James. Apparently Cormier can go, but he's not going to finish top 5 anyway. Hatfield, Colton, like, they can all go. No one's going to do better than them, I don't think, unless someone shits the bed completely. Speaking of, Alexis Raptis, Paige Semenza, Hayley Adams, Claudia, Abigail, they can all go to the games, and there's the people that aren't eligible to go to the games are not better than any of those people. So I don't think you're going to have anyone inside the top 5 on either side.
What's the prize money for the podium? It's 75 for winning, no?
75 what? Grand?
No. What's the 20 or what, 25?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Let me see.
They
said it somewhere, didn't they?
Yeah.
Tickets. Imagine how annoying it looked. Imagine how annoying it is that they did up all this artwork and then it was just like, oh, actually, we don't need it. Is it in that maybe? No. Spin, if you're still there, I'm sure you know the answer to this.
I think 30K for winner. I think it was that 35 something. Still good money.
Total there. 271 weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, there's other prizes as well, I assume, is there? Pinned at the top. Thank you, whoever you are. Oh,
wow.
15.
Oh, 50.
So 30 total. So 15, 10, 5.
I thought it was more.
Let's see, who's in the women again?
And honestly, if you pay fucking 250 to the 10s, just don't fucking pay 250.
That's literally what I was just thinking. I was like, who's going to get a check for
Right.
$250?
Imagine if you're from Europe, you even pay probably like 30, 35 taxes on it. What normal is for
I'm
me.
actually thinking about. All right, Royce, congratulations. Listen, man, thanks for coming over. Here's your $250. We really appreciate you coming over. Thanks, Royce. All the best. Bye-bye.
Yeah, like sub 1K is like.
Oh, Sam Correa, so great to see you coming out of retirement for to coming down to here's the $250. Sorry, it can't be more.
Yeah, 250
fucking
is.
hell. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that they're giving them something, but look, you'd rather them take that 750 and just bump up some of the other ones. But anyway, Royce not getting 10. No, but I just picked the person that was like furthest away and that it would be funny. I actually think I'm looking at the leaderboard and I don't know who would finish inside the top 10 ahead of him. I mean, people will finish ahead of him in the top 10, but I don't see it out of the realms of possibility that he finishes inside the top 10.
I think the only
Anyway.
bad workout for him is the first one. Besides that, he's good on the snatch. I think he does good on the Isabel.
Yeah, he'll do good on that. He'll do good on the GHD. He'll do good on he does Mayhem programming, so he shouldn't suck at anything that's coming up really. All right. That's it. That's the end of the one of 450 Mayhem Classic previews that you're going to see. You can watch the events on the Mayhem YouTube, and I assume it's going to be like on the games website and stuff as well. Savan is going to be doing shows before and in between the events. JR, Taylor, Bryson, Souza are all going to be on site. So if you don't already, I'd subscribe to the Savan podcast and I would follow the Instagram and stuff because there's going to be stuff there and Sentinel training. And Kill Taylor is going to be, oh shit. Yeah, no, it has been said. Kill Taylor is going to be live from Rich's barn at some point. Cool. At some point tomorrow, and it's JR and Taylor versus Angelo and Rich. But people will still call in and do the workout. It's just like that's just an extra added little spectacle. Who are the three athletes I said to follow at the start? Follow Luke De Jong in Australia. He's a good kid. Follow Tola Marquinhos.
Oh, yeah. One thing I also need to talk to you is about the coffee thing I watched you did.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just for that. But it's so funny. Like, I feel like I forgot what I want to say. But beside the good dude coffee, everything was just like shit.
The program one was nice.
You should watch your face when you drink the program one. You don't even say anything. You drink it and you're like,
no, there is another bit after that. I didn't leave it in.
You just wait that it's covered so you could spill it out. That's literally how it
I was
looks
waiting for it
video.
to not be nice. I was waiting because I smelt it first and he was like, oh yeah, this smells good. And I was like, it smells like a pretty dark roast. And then when I drank it, I was kind of waiting because when I drank Good Dudes, I said, oh yeah, that's like pretty good. But then at the very end, I was like, oh, that's a weird taste at the very end there. So when I drank the program, I was waiting because I was like, I know the same thing is going to happen. And then it didn't happen. I was like, all right, that's weird that it didn't happen. And then no, Paper Street was nice. The program was nice. Good Dudes was all right. Strong coffee, like what? It's a fucking abomination. Like it is so disgusting.
Wait, did you tested it in espresso? Or what did you always milk?
A fucking powder. It's a scoop. Like it's like it comes in powdered form. And you just add strong coffee. Comes in like powder form. You add water to it. No, so someone commented that.
That's not coffee. If you don't get it in beans, for me, it's not coffee.
No, yeah, the rest of them were all in beans. We ground them on the spot.
Yeah,
but someone was like, I'm going to test this coffee. Here, let me pour this milk in it. That'll do it. And I was like, well, yeah, I never, ever cup coffee. So why would I suddenly start cupping coffee now for this fucking video? I'm not going to pretend to be someone I'm not. If I'm going somewhere that someone says, this place has amazing coffee, unless it's specifically filter coffee, I'm getting it as a flat white or a cortado to taste it. So that's how I taste it. Because I didn't want to drink and be like, this isn't how I normally drink coffee and I don't like it. I'd rather drink it the way I always do and say, yeah, this is nice.
Then
this
you
is
can
not
see.
nice.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Who were sorry?
Just want to let you know I watched it.
That's good. Thank you. You're one of 6 people. Who are the 3 pages? Right. So I'm going to put it down here. So follow Tola. Follow Luke de Young. Follow.
Is he now injury free? I just saw a clip you put up where, so he's injury free. So no excuses.
Now he did. I gave out to him like last week. I was talking to him last week, and he was like, "Oh, what did he say he did? Not ACL. What's the thing in your shoulder? Not your ACL. Some CL. MCL.
I don't know. Yeah,
something in his shoulder. Anyway, he was like, I was doing a skit and I hurt my shoulder. And I was like, you were doing a what? Sorry. And he goes, I was just doing something funny. And I was like, don't fucking do that again. Like, seriously, caught the fuck on. He was like, oh, okay. All right. And this was a tricky one. Oda, how do you spell this? Lundekvam. Right. Listen to this, right? So Tola Marquinhos,
are these your athletes? Are these
Tola Marquinhos won the Open with his team. And
does anyone care about that? I don't know anyone cares about.
He also qualified for the World Fitness Project, which people also don't care about, but here we are. Andreas Solberg came 4th in the Open and won the qualifier for the World Fitness Project. Luke de Jong is going to Torian and he's going to qualify for the games. Oda also won the Open on the same team as Tola and is going to do NorCal Classic and probably the World Fitness Project. And Andreas Solberg is also going to do NorCal Classic. And Oda is on a team with Tola. So they're on a team together. And they're probably going to win the games or maybe at least podium at the games, their team. So people won't care then. Colton says, I watch everything you do. Everything. All right. And follow Dallin and follow Colton. Someone asked me the other day, how does Colton Mertens have 100,000 followers? And I sent back a reel that he made responding to, I can't actually remember what it was. He was responding to something else. And I was like, this is why he has 100,000 followers. Because the man just fucking gives and gives and gives.
Well, that means like I'm not giving enough because I'm losing fucking followers.
No, you don't give enough. You retired. That's your problem. Once you retire, it's just...
I never made a retire post.
You retired. You're here. You wouldn't be here if you were still active. Someone asked earlier on, are you doing the in-person semi-finals? You didn't register for the Open because you're not like firing on all cylinders. Is that accurate?
Yeah. I hope for some event in the second half of the year.
Okay, cool. I followed you today, Adrian. Major win. There you go.
Here we go. I like
Major win. All right. Subscribe to Savan. There's going to be a heap of shit on there over the weekend. Spin as well, I'm assume. Keep an eye out on his Instagram for updates on the website and their YouTube. I'm sure they'll be doing live shows and watch alongs and stuff like that too. What the fuck is the name of your training thing? Never Weekend Club.
You want to get strong, look good? Yeah.
If you want to look like you're standing beside a pool in 2013, you sign up for Never Weekend Club.
I'm just missing the 10 at the moment.
And go and watch that coffee video, please, and go and follow those people whose names I put in the chat as well, please. And yeah, thanks very much, Colton. Fucking crush it this weekend. Dallin, good luck at whatever event you choose to participate in. Syndicate, I think you're doing, aren't you? All right, thanks, Adrian. Thanks everyone for watching.